Welcome back to Monsters of Drome, the Monster Nation set in Eberron. Why don't we do intros first? Actually, I'll do the few paragraphs first, and then we'll meet our players. Deep in the borderlands between Breland and the monstrous nation of Drome, beneath the imposing Graywall Mountains, lies the secretive domain of the Khaar'paal, known among kobold kind as the Mage Blood Clan. I'm getting some feedback on someone's audio, FYI. Their underground network of tunnels and caverns holds not only the riches of the earth, precious Bieshk ore, and the coveted quickstone, but also serves as a vital smuggling route to and from Sharn, bypassing the vigilant eyes of House Orion's checkpoints. Having thwarted an audacious attack on the flickering wardstone, the mystical barrier protecting the subterranean enclave, the party finds themselves escorted to secure chambers outside the wards. Here, amidst the dim glow of phosphorescent fungi, they can rest, shielded from the deadly energies that threaten to consume any outsider foolish enough to linger within the enchanted confines of the clan's territory. But even in the relative safety of their lodgings, the whispers of political intrigue and simmering rivalries between Kethorax the Cunning and Resh Tarakbar, the Minotaur warlord, echo through the stone passages, hinting at the deeper currents of conflict that threaten to engulf the region. And as the party prepares to interrogate their captive, the would-be infiltrator, into their midst, the shadows of treachery and betrayal loom ever closer, casting doubt on friend and foe alike in the unforgiving depths of Drome. Let's meet our players today. I'm just going to go based on how I set y'all up in my Baron battlefield, starting with Glimmer, moving to Gob, and then to Marag. Glimmer.
All right, I'm
I
back. Sorry.
am. My name is Catherine, pronouns she, her. My character is Glimmer. She is a kobold warlock of the Genie Patron. She essentially found a genie's lamp and made a contract with it, thus giving her said powers. Her pronouns are also she, her.
Fantastic. We got a powerful kobold amongst the group. The party just met Glimmer as she has been hanging out in Khaar'paal and tasked by the general to follow this group that has come in from the outside.
Doing a little tour guiding.
Yeah, and the last we left off, we were near the wardstone, and you were told to escort them outside the protective barrier that has been flickering, causing damage to outsiders. And so you bring them to these quarters, and you decide to stick around, keep an eye on them. Does Glimmer have any unique sleeping habits?
I do not believe so.
Okay, she thinks that she sleeps quietly and she doesn't have any quirks or strange oddities about her sleep. But,
Just likes to take all of her gold and shiny things and sleep next to them.
oh, that is interesting. All right, she's a little bit of, instead of a stuffed animal, she collects the shinies.
Hmm.
Um, Last we left Gob, I believe he might have been unconscious. I don't quite remember, but Gob, catch us up. Who are you? Where'd we leave off, and how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. God was not unconscious. God was dangling over death and darkness. Uh, I'm Ed. He him. Boblin is my character, a Twilight Domain goblin cleric. Also he him. Um, who in a very kind of short description. Oh, I had it and I lost it. There it is. Okay. Uh, His eyes sparkle with the thrill of the unknown and the allure of twilight magic, which he wields with a masterful and unpredictable grace. Yep.
Beautiful. Thank you, Gob. I did adjust your guys' 3D tokens to represent the short stature of both kobolds and goblins. So you will notice that on the 3D Baron Battlefield map, because next to y'all, stands about twice as tall, we have Marog.
Hello.
Hello. Tell us about Marog and how he felt about the last battle and how he's feeling in general about being escorted outside of those damaging to your health flickering wardstone effects.
Yeah, he's pretty happy we're away from that wardstone now. That was rough. It almost took me down by the end of it. That last battle was intense. There was a good few moments where I was quite convinced Gob was done for. But despite all odds, he managed to pull through. It was pretty wild. And I'm just excited to see where that wild little monster goes next at this point.
Thank you very much. And I'm curious about Marog. He gets into these chambers that feel a bit like a hostel. And, you know, it's been some time since you've long rested. In fact, y'all had met up at the tavern in Graywall, traversed through the mountains, and came into the Khaar'paal tunnels, encountered some basilisks before fighting this changeling on a wyvern, and this is your first time since all of that commotion. So, Marog, how do you arrive at the sleeping quarters in the Khaar'paal tunnels?
Oh, he just straight into the bed, out cold. With how long it's been since a proper rest and everything he's been through, straight in bed. Didn't even take my clothes off. Straight in bed in the cloak.
Yeah, I imagine that you've worked up quite a bit of BO and with your armor on and just the nature of adventuring. Y'all smell pretty rank. And you collapse and sleep. And this is a quaint little area here. It is outside the ward. There are other creatures coming and going. You each get a chance, if you want, to take this opportunity to name an NPC that you might encounter in the hostel here.
One moment here. Ow.
So it could be kobold. It could be a different type of character. Who might we see coming through the Khaar'paal hostels? Going once? Anybody?
Other than
Apologies, just a moment.
Uncle Fauntleroy.
Oh yes, I forgot about Uncle Fauntleroy. Yeah, Uncle Fauntleroy joins you all in these places, and he says, "I am beat, nephew, the stone. We have to talk about the stone."
Oh, okay. Out of character, real quick. Who has this chicken snot?
Oh, that's right. We have to update on some characters. So Chicken Brain the kid was like, "You guys are too crazy for me. I'm gonna wander off," and he done wanders off. Tumeko is still missing. Oh, he did have the spell shard.
I believe so.
Sure, we could say that.
Last I checked, he did, yes.
I would have tried to get it from him if it's.
Between you and Uncle Fauntleroy, you hassle him for it, and he says, "Well, I was the one that was able to take it. I mean, I think it belongs to me." What's in this thing anyway that you boys want?
Nothing. It's cursed. It'll curse you with the cursedness of cursing.
Roll
You
deception.
may
I'm gonna actually pull up Chicken Brain to see if he believes you.
Okay. I don't know why it kicked me out of the game real quick. I'm trying to find. Or whoops, open the game in the wrong screen. Deception. PCs. Goblin. Character sheets. Deception. Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate.
He says, "It's not cursed. I know a cursed item. If I seen one, I'ma hang on to it." Uncle Fauntleroy says, "Please, I've been on a quest. I need that stone." Well, what's in it for me?
Is it for you, my good man? Do I have any spells here that I really don't want to have to cast it on him? What's in it for me? What's in it for you, good man? Is blessings of the dragon below.
Now, what's all
Indeed.
this about a dragon
You
below?
You'll gain the favor of our most blessed Savior. And good fortune shall always find you. Short of that, if he doesn't buy that, I just want to cast command on him and tell him to drop it.
Oh. Okay. Does he... Let me check out command real quick. Is that something he has a save on?
It's a wisdom save. It's a one-word command, so if he's if he's holding it, I would just say drop.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say he's holding it.
It's a wisdom 16.
Oof, he does not do so well on that, and he just drops it. And he's like, "Well, slippery digits, I dropped it."
Gobbler lunges.
No, now wait a second here. I just told you that I was gonna hang. I was the one that took it.
You were. That's right.
And
You
you're
did
just.
take
But I
it.
mean, if you're leaving,
And now I have it.
Oh, if I come across
Now-
you two fold.
Now hold on.
what-
I would like to offer you some small manner of recompense. I have this very nice shiny longbow for you that maybe you can have, or an earring of messaging. How about that?
Well, it doesn't
You talk to
seem
me
like I
before?
have a choice at this point.
No, it doesn't. But I'm just trying to be. Yeah, I know, dude. I really wanted that stone though. Trying to. So Gob is trying to reach out and making an effort to be appreciative of the risk and acknowledge the risk that Chicken Brain put his life on the line to snag that stone.
All right.
I'm not quite sure how to actually do that in character. But that is the vibe I'm trying to go for. So, I mean, Gob is trying to comfort him, offer him some manner of reward, I guess, or some manner of payment for his actions.
Well, I guess I'll take the bow, but listen here, Gob. You being a distant cousin of mine, seeing how we both be goblins, I'm gonna be calling in a favor from time to time, and I reckon you best respond to that favor in the future.
Indeed, I shall note it down, good sir. And Gob pulls out a small book, a small agenda, and notes he indeed owes the great and fabled Chicken Brain a favor.
Now, before I reach out to you and rely on you too much, I gotta know something really important. Whose side are you on in this this war that we still find ourselves in? Are you loyal to the daughters?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, hold on. Are we in earshot of the other kobolds? Because, correct me if I'm wrong here, they are not with the daughters, right? Or they?
So the Khaar'paal clan officially from the council members are neutral. And
Okay.
there is a subgroup that follows Kethelrax the Cunning. And Kethelrax, who is from Khaar'paal, is loyal to the daughters.
So who do I follow? Well, we did promise that little bugger we'd come in here and do right. Now, mind you, his group is considered to be. I just got a lore check here. His group is considered to be adversarial to the other kobolds right now.
Whose group?
Kethelrax?
Kethelrax is, because they're neutral and Kethelrax is loyal to the daughters, so they are somewhat at odds.
Well, in true Gob fashion, I answer that I am loyal to whoever gets me paid.
Well, I see. All right, we'll make sure you get your slivers now. I'll let you know when I need that favor. Good luck, Gob.
Thank you, good sir.
Good luck,
God
Uncle
does.
Fauntleroy. Hey, good luck, little funny man. All right, you have a spell shard that I will add to your inventory. Okay. So you make your way, so you're in this hostile area. Uncle Fauntleroy says, Nephew, I need to see that spell shard.
So, and Gob pulls it out, holds it, kind of weighs it in his right hand, turns it over. So Unc? What is it that makes this thing special? What gives, big guy?
What gives He looks around, making sure that nobody else can hear, and he says, Listen, nephew. I needed to get into the forge because the forge is a place that this item is passed through, and they keep track of these inventory, and I needed to access the information to find out where this item is gone.
You're tracking a yet-to-be-described magical item with this here ledger, and he holds up the shard.
Well,
And that's the information we're looking to glean from this? Huh?
ideally, yes, if we could figure out the hands that it passed to after it came through Khaar'paal, then I will continue on my way.
And for your fine nephew and his wondrous friends, keeping you, not only saving you and rescuing you from a terrible fate as a statue, but also keeping you alive and ensuring you weren't dragged and dropped into the abyss by the wyvern. What manner of reward or recompense or an invite to the family barbecue simply won't cut it here, sir.
You're right, nephew. I do owe you an explanation. Have you heard of the lost artifact known as Galdur?
Galdur. No, honestly.
Galdur is hundreds of years old, if not thousands. It was said to be a large horn that could command armies greater than those of Soramania.
Okay, so that's what we're kind of keeping our eyes on there, looking out for.
Nephew,
Trying to find.
listen to me, nephew. Listen to
Okay.
me. Whoever has this horn will be very powerful. They can topple the daughters of Sorakel if they let it happen, of course. Sorakatra is probably aware that I'm tracking it at this moment.
And are you? I would know. Is he with the daughters or against them?
Uncle Fauntleroy is just kind of a wild guy. You're not quite sure if he's working for anyone. He hasn't really said that. I think he is mostly interested that maybe that horn doesn't fall into the wrong hands, but he doesn't seem to have like a clear loyalty. He's more like
Okay.
he's addicted to the hunt, if you will.
Gotcha. Okay. No. That
In it for the
tracks.
love of the game kind of thing.
Yeah, I was about to say a goblin obsessed with a piece of treasure and tracking it across all of creation. Never heard of it.
Unheard of.
Yeah. How dare he? So against us. Yes. Okay. So I reluctantly hand over the stone, but do keep. I'm on that, man. Like stank on stuff. I don't know. White on rice. Yeah.
He holds it in his hands and closes his eyes, takes a deep breath in And he says, "Oh, blast it! It's protected! Where'd you... What? Nephew! We need the passphrase, nephew. It's blocked. Here, open your mind to the stone." And he hands you the stone. Open your mind to it.
Gob opens his mind to it.
And you feel, this this barrier in your mind, and it seems to, be requesting a passphrase, almost like any kind of password protected thing, but it's mental in your mind.
That's a bummer. Well,
I didn't think they would be intelligent enough. I mean, that man, he looked disorganized, and yet he's got a passphrase on this. The flickering ward stone is going to prevent us from getting back in there. Unless, of course, we're willing to risk our lives. But by now, he's probably known that it's gone. Blast it!
well, how would he know it's gone? I mean, is there? Well, hold on. Can he track us?
No,
Oh dear God.
No. It's not a sending stone. It's not a tracking device. But maybe he was so disorganized. Perhaps he feels like he's misplaced it. But we need to know his password.
Alrighty. Okay.
Are those updates popping up?
Which updates? Screen's black for me.
Oh, well, that's important. But I think I could do this. Okay.
Okay.
Screen's black.
I'm not watching Twitch, but I do have it open to see if any of the buddies I got to watch and comment. I do see you have in there some quest. There we go. Expansion.
Is screen black now?
No.
Mine's good.
Yay.
Just a forge.
Great deal.
Okay. The access, the forge.
So remember, Jay will get you to lore and simple quests and the like. So we have Glimmer sleeping soundly with some shiny things. We got Marag sleeping with all of his gear on. And we've got Uncle Fauntleroy and Gob whispering in the dead of night with this spell shard.
Nice. Gob spends the rest of the night trying to figure out a plan. How to satisfy the powers that be that are kind of drawing him in different directions here. Uncle Fauntleroy with his quest to locate this horn, the kobolds and their wavering wardstone. And let's see here.
So you find yourself tossing and turning throughout the night. Everyone make sure you have a long rest. You could do that in-game on character sheet by hitting the L.rest button under your hit dice. And Marag, have you updated to level 6 in D&D Beyond?
Oh, in D&D Beyond, yes, I have. Just not in here.
Nope, I'll pull your character in right now. And it
Oh,
should...
beauty.
I am looking up right quick the limitations
go.
on locate object.
Yep, so now you're level 6. You all wake after maybe a nice rest, maybe a restless night. How do you all wake up in the morning?
I just roll out of bed, gear still on, and head right out the door.
Marag's just...
Straight down to the kitchen.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a kitchenette in this area. As you can see to the left there, there's a little cook stove, a fireplace, and so you find some gourds and some vegetables and a couple of slabs of meat. And of course, they do have some grist.
I roll out of bed after like 15 minutes of already being awake, and then take like another 15 to 30 minutes putting on all my clothes and accessories and makeup and such.
Okay, Glimmer getting dialed up. Do you keep all your coins on you, Glimmer? Just sort of
Yep.
wake up in a pool of coins, gather them all up.
Put them in my pockets and stuff.
Do you count them to make sure no one stole from you throughout the night?
Of course, every single morning.
Okay.
Damn.
That's
Good.
what takes so long.
Good to know for the future. All right. Gob, how was your night?
Gob wakes up just in positions that look like he looks. Gob sleeps in positions that Family Guy characters fall in.
Oh, ouch.
You know, like some other people that are actually playing this game, Pancake. But yes, he's arm wrapped behind his back. Like you could just draw a chalk outline and everyone would think he's just dead. He wakes up and sneaks a wistful glance at the kobold, donning its makeup, gives her a wink and kind of saunters off.
You
He's going down to get, or he's rolling over in his mind exactly how he can try and aid in finding this horn with locate object, and he wanders off towards following Mirag.
Fantastic. And there's something that is just lingering with you longer than a typical dream. You find yourself thinking about this dream you had last night where shadows were reaching up, trying to pull you down into the depths of darkness, and a faint hue of blue came out from the darkness above, and it seemed to be in the shape of a single eye. And it hangs on longer than a typical dream for Gob.
Hey. So, dreams of falling into darkness. Vision of a blue eye from above. Okay. Gob just kind of thinks to himself and wonders. As a character, or as a player, I've got to kind of find out what that means.
As you get some breakfast in your bellies and wake up for the day, there is a kobold that arrives in greenish beige skin. He's wearing sort of a mix between formal clothing and a general's clothes. And he looks at you all and he says, "Hello. I am called Vanendor. I take it your rest was welcomed? How are you this
Much
morning?"
needed.
Much needed, yes. I could see that you were pretty worn out, and I apologize for all of Khaar'paal that our wardstone has been in a bit of a fit lately.
Yeah, you could say that. I can't wait for that to be done with.
Yes, it's not looking good. I fear that the wardstone itself may shatter before we can remedy the situation, in which case Khaar'paal will be open to all manner of creature. Listen, I'm tasked with gifting you some slivers for your work. The council has recognized the value of having you around, given the politics going on in Druil Khaar'paal right now. We can't trust our own kind. And he pulls out a satchel and lays it out on a nearby table. And you all figure it's worth about 500 gold in slivers. So you see various teeth, shapes and sizes, and if you divide it 3 ways, practically speaking, I know that y'all are broke, so practically speaking, it's worth 500 gold each. So go ahead and add that to your inventory. You should be able to click on inventory, and under the gold spot, just hit plus 500, and it'll do the math for you.
Fantastic, because I was baroque.
Says Rilix,
Yeah, I was not doing well.
Rilix would like to employ your services further, unless, of course, you're heading out.
I'm always up to make more money.
Well, hold on. Now that stone is still doing damage to me every time it goes off, right?
If you're in the Wardstone area, you are outside the sort of bubble right now.
Well, if I'm going to have to be traipsing around in here, all around your little precious Wardstone and its fun waves of death and destruction, is there any way that we can maybe swing a protective bauble?
Interesting you should mention that. You see, the infiltrator riding the wyvern was no kobold. And the council, having put him behind bars, discovered a bauble on a necklace that seems to have created some sort of protection for him, keeping him alive. I'm not sure exactly what that bauble is, but the council would like to employ your services in order to figure out his motivations, who he is, where he comes from, who he works for, the like. He's being held in our cells outside of the Wardstone for his own protection.
Okay.
I think we can do that. What do you think, Gob?
Gob thinks, crap, did I prep, did I prep Zone of Truth? This being one of the only circumstances where it may actually prove fun or useful. You know what?
I think it's nice.
So yeah, he would have. So God wants to have prepped Zone of Truth the night before. Yeah, he's down to. He agrees. Sorry. Long story short, Gob agrees to interrogate this poor fool.
Excellent.
Glimmer, I know that you're really trying to get away from this kind of haberdashery, and I apologize that our holding you here in this hostel isn't really honoring your noble background, but I'm hoping that you can escort them to the prison cells.
I will do as I am told for the time being. Though I do agree it is a waste of my talents. Somebody has to do it.
I never understand why you left your clan to come to Khaar'paal, but I'll let your truth be your own. One more thing for you folks, if you're interested in some work. I'm finding myself at a bit of an impasse with a job that I'm working on. Think about it, but there is a easterner town called Quickstone just on the other side of the Graywall Mountains, and I'm working with House Orion on establishing a lightning rail from Ardev to Graywall. This little settlement of Quickstone is protesting the line. I need to send a crew in to talk to them and talk them into the route, because rerouting is not an option. Without that lightning rail, we have to work extra hard to get supplies in and out of Graywall. It is not only for Khaar'paal, but for the whole of Drome. Think about it. Come back and see me if you're up for the task. They are humans after all, so they will have to be convinced.
I have some abilities when it comes to persuasion.
Well, best get to it then. After you figure out the motivations of that changeling, please return to the council or send word and we'll have them come to you so you don't have to risk your lives in the Wardstone.
Will do. Good buddy, 10-4. Sounds like we have our marching orders. Oh, lovely Miss Glimmer. Would you guide us, please?
Follow my lead.
All right. You shake off the morning after talking to Vanendor. By the way, Vanendor is the... Oh, I thought I had his note. He is the overseer and protector of the Khaar'paal workforce. So, not the general, but the workforce. As you move through the tunnels and the caverns of the underground area of Khaar'paal, before you enter the Wardstones, Glimmer takes you through to this area that has a little bit of a trickle of water running through it. The cold cavern walls have been carved in a way that you recognize that they're not actually stone. That is quick stone, a specific type of material that's a little bit like sand and cement. So carvings are a little bit more intricate, a little bit more of the eastern variety, like bricks, instead of the what's the word I'm looking for? Primitive nature of caverns, typically. And you come into the Khaar'paal prison. I'm actually going to check my lighting before I invite y'all in. Okay. This small prison cell has 3 different cages, all 3 filled with a creature. There is a humanoid tiefling in the left one. There is a overweight kobold wearing tight hide armor in the middle one. And there is a human, a Brayllish human, in the far right one.
Yeah, squints and eyes the incarcerated.
And the
Puffs out.
kobold guard comes out. He says, good morning.
Lord, you're a round one. Good morning.
Beg your pardon.
Nothing. Said I loved you.
I was told some outsiders would be coming. Glimmer?
Yes, these are visitors from the above lands.
Well, he's in there, but he's knocked up on some dream lily, and he's looking like me.
Like you?
Oh,
Yeah.
this is delicious.
What's that? What does that even mean?
It means exactly what it means. Gob sprints over and stares
Into the cell, or?
into the cell to see the other version of this round man.
Yeah, you see slumped against the cell walls in a stupor of euphoria, a round, large kobold with scaly skin in some hide armor that is too small for them.
Gob snaps his head back and forth, looking between these two, and chuckles to himself. This is hilarious. Well, while he's out, so Gob has the out of character. Gob has the idea of that possibly we could use or using Zone of Truth. While he's out cold, if we could get in there, I don't know if you can cast it Yeah, you can cast Zone of Truth mid distance. Never mind. So we can stay out here. But just to let you all know before we, make a plan of action, that is kind of my plan. To cast Zone of Truth, and hopefully he won't be able to tell a lie, unless he makes the charisma save, in which case we won't know.
Charisma. Okay.
What do y'all think about that?
Sounds good to me.
I'm on board all the way, bud.
Ready? I'm trying to see if I would even know whether or not he made the save. This one's creature. First time. On a failed save, the creature can't speak a deliberate lie within the radius. I know whether or not the creature succeeds on the saving throw. Okay. So I would know.
Okay.
And Gob wanders over, and Gob pulls back from the bars where he's pressed his little goblin face up to observe the second of the round kobold. Backs up, kind of waves his hands in an arcane pattern, and ends it with a hip thrust.
All right, the 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within 60 feet.
Yes, sir.
So you are pointing it into the cell?
I'd like the point to... Oh, it's giving me a template to place it.
Yeah, this grid may be off, but you could...
Yeah, I'll just put it center of mass. Or which is he on the right or left? Or is he just in the center?
Yeah, he's in the center one, yeah. Oh, nice. Okay. So you place it into his cell, and yeah, he doesn't move. He's slumped. He seems, he's conscious and breathing. Like his eyes are, sort of rolling, and he's sort of bobbing a little bit, but he doesn't say anything. But he definitely failed his saving throw.
Yes, sir. Alrighty. Gob clears his throat loudly. Does he stir at all?
Nope, not really. He hasn't changed from you clearing his throat. Do you think your zone, I'm going to say your zone of truth does not hit the other two prisoners?
No, the
Gotcha.
way I had it in my head was it is just into his cell.
Perfect. That's what I was thinking too. Okay.
I have no reason to. I want to, if I could, I would have it get as many people as possible, because God only knows if one of them tries to say something while we're interrogating him. However, if the interior, if to cover the entirety of the interior of the cell would mean the zone is completely in the cell, that's the one I want.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, because this tiefling says, "Hey, little one, hey, what are you doing, man?"
Hey. Casting stone. I don't know. I'm about to interrogate a prisoner, man. It's my first time. All right, don't hassle me. What do you want?
I want out of here, man. Come on. You look like
What
you
did you
could
do?
handle yourself. What did I do?
That depends. Yes.
Oh man. So you thinking that you just gonna let me out? Tell me what I can do?
I'm not telling you what you can do. I'm asking, what did you do? How did you get in here?
I am a member of Dusk. And he waits for your reaction.
The hell is that?
Okay, hold. All right, let me just go ahead and. All right, with that roll, might I have remembered? I'm not 100% sure.
What was the total? I just saw the roll.
14.
Okay.
14.
Yeah. So you're aware of Dusk as the criminal organization of monsters that are giving. They're using intimidation, and they're basically becoming a big gang in Sharn, which is the big, huge metropolis city in Brayland. And they are said to have been orchestrated and controlled by Sora Katra, one of the daughters of Sora Kel. So the tiefling member of Dosk sneers defiantly from behind the bars of his cell, boasting of his allegiance to the infamous Sora Katra. He claims to hold sway over the fates of those who oppose him, hinting at the power of his mistress to decide the party's destiny. He says, hey, if you free me from captivity, you'll get rewards and favors from the entire organization. Sora Katra will smile upon you.
Real quick, which sister was Uncle Fauntleroy concerned knew he was here?
Sora Katra. Sora Katra is the eye. If I jump,
I was about to. Yeah, I found a little piece of explanation. I was going to say, does Gob know that the eye, the connection there, that the eye that was staring at him from above, in his dream?
I would say that he's a little unsettled and feels, for the first time, it's a bit like, having a dream of the devil, but you know the devil's real. So it's like coming face to face with someone very famous but infamous. So he definitely feels unsettled, but it could also be a dream.
Yeah. Yeah. So as the player, that doesn't sound scary at all. Alrighty, so okay, you're a member of Dusk. So I mean, were you just thrown in here because you're a member of Dusk, or how did that go?
Well, these goody two-shoe kobolds, they don't really like what's going on with Dream Lily, Dragon's Blood. I was just trying to find a route, trying to bypass House Orion's checkpoints, And these kobolds nabbed me.
Mm-hmm. So in other words, you were trespassing.
I mean, do they own all the tunnels? I wasn't inside the Wardstone.
I really see. I turn to the others. We have a job to do here, first of all, but on the low, I don't see trespassing as truly a problem. But then again, it seems like there's all risk and no reward, and I turn my eyes towards him as I say this: no reward for doing this, unless there is.
Of course there is. I work for Sora Katra. She's probably sending folks on my way. I'm surprised you're not actually here to release me.
Mm-hmm. Well, surprised or not, we are not. We could be, for the right price. Perhaps a favor? Because maybe, I'm kind of assuming that when your party gets here from Sora Katra, they're going to lay waste to everything in here. Seeing as how they don't support Sora Katra.
Yeah, not all of them. And he sort of glints, and you hear across the hall there is another prison cell tapping, and he says, Hey. This,
Yes.
the kobold here is sort of, the guard looks over at you guys, and he has this look on his face that looks a little bit annoyed, and just sort of watches the scenario. Glimmer, how are you responding?
I am patiently observing and attempting to understand the situation as the new information is being imparted upon me.
Give me a perception check, Glimmer.
Perception. Not great.
Yeah, you check out the room. I mean, this desk is very messy. It's got a lot of papers and baubles on it. You just sort of do a quick glance over as you turn your head back to paying attention to these prisoners and their, their banter. Marag, how about you? How are you responding to this situation?
I've just been kind of standing at the back side of the room staring down that tiefling since before he started talking.
Oh, interesting.
He's got an air about him. I don't trust him.
Yeah, his air is definitely an aura of danger and intrigue. And he says, listen, I'm the main enforcer of Dusk. I specialize in intimidation. You do not want me as an enemy. Come on, you little bugbear. You know you want the sisters on your side.
Just calmly walk over to his cell. I don't know if you know this, but there's not much you can do to be intimidating from inside the cell. And beyond that, how is it that the main enforcer got caught that easily?
Let me see 1 second. Okay, so what happens is he puts his finger up to his head, and you see him sort of squint his eyes a little bit. And this tiny little glowing strand he pulls from his head, and there is this sort of two figures in a sort of battle as one sort of pierces the other, and then the strand turns into that one figure who is dying from like a blade wound to their stomach, and he sort of blows it, and it enters your head, and you have this memory of being stabbed in the stomach, and you start to feel this like ache in your stomach.
Ah, so you're bested by someone. I ask again, how exactly was the lead enforcer taken down? This must have been someone pretty powerful.
Someone, or, you know, an ambush. Cowards.
Ah, yeah. Well, gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm okay with it. Sorikatra sees all. She probably planned it.
If that's the case, then would she not have intended for you to end up here?
That's what I thought you were here for.
Nope. Nope, we've got our own business.
Well, I hope our paths don't cross.
Yeah. I don't see them as mutually exclusive, necessarily. We are indeed trying to gather some information here. After that, we need to get more information. I have another individual, as well as we're looking for a magic relic. So maybe he can help us on the magical relic part. After, a little bit later, he looks at Morag. All right, let's not close on, give them a firm no, but for right now, it's a pass with the promise of future interactions.
The guard sort of grunts and he says, "Come on, you're not here to be chit-chatting with all my prisoners." And he sort of gives a glare to the prisoner, and the tiefling glares back and smiles with a smirk that is uneasy.
That's
Morag, give me a perception check. Since you
Oakley-dokley.
hanging back a little bit before you engage with the tiefling.
I got a passive of 15, if that helps.
Perception. Oof.
Oh, you got some bonuses though. Okay. So yeah, among the papers, Morag, you before engaging with the tiefling, you saw just one paper on top that just had some scribbled notes. It said, Glimmer bringing outsiders in the morning.
Alistair, come on.
The human pipes up and he says, "Come on, you gotta talk to me too. That's not fair, guard."
Feeling left out.
And the guard says, "You, shut up there." He sort of just slumps back and crosses his arms, picks at his teeth. You peer
I
back
walk
into
over.
the. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I was gonna say I walk over to his cage and ask him. It's like, all right, do you trust this tiefling? Is this someone that I should be actually taking his word at value?
You're asking the human?
Yeah.
I do not trust. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him real good. No, I don't trust him. Are you kidding me? I don't trust any of you monsters.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, you can stay right where you are.
So
Have
that
fun,
that's
rotten
gonna
fucker.
be.
I'm sorry, is that an offensive term?
I don't know, but the important question you should be asking yourself is how much longer you're gonna be in there. Bye. I walk right back over to the main cage we've been, the center cage we've been peering into.
I've been gone for 3 days now. You don't think the Graywall outpost is going to send an army to find me?
Not down here.
We'll see.
Gob turns to Glimmer. You know, what would really be helpful here too is if perhaps this man regarded us as friends when we go to ask him questions. What do you think of that? Would you
That
help
would
us there?
help, yes. I'll do anything I can to assist you, as is my task at this moment.
Right here. Alrighty, so we have Zone of Truth and Glimmer. Are you down to cast Charm?
Let me see if I have it. Because my character sheet currently does not have my spells on it, and I don't know if Warlocks can cast that one.
In Beyond, you do.
Oh.
Did that not pop into? I see spells.
I don't see Glimmer on the sidebar. Then again, I know my view of all the characters is not the same.
Oh, yeah. I
I
can
see
give you
Mirag
guys,
and everyone but.
there you go. Did Glimmer pop up?
Glimmer popped up. Glimmer
Perfect.
sheet is oddly blank, though.
Yeah, I have it under. Let me change
Gotcha.
it again to Observer. Just messing with settings.
I love the mini.
Thank you.
Yeah, or friends. I don't know which. Glimmer, in your expert opinion, as Gob kind of slips into a different accent. I don't know why, but it happens.
I have both charm person and friends.
There we go. What do you think is the most appropriate for the situation?
Would depend on what their wisdom is.
So I know that one of them has negative effects afterwards, or they'll know that you charm them, which in this case doesn't matter.
Yeah, both of these will know that I charmed them, but one of them has
What's the
a
difference?
wisdom. One of them has a wisdom saving throw, and that's charm person.
Oh, so friends is just they're your friend, or you've got advantage on con
Yeah, on
or
charisma.
charisma. Sorry, advantage.
Yep.
Yeah.
But friends makes them hostile when you after they realize you used it.
So it's 1
Hostile,
minute versus.
apparently not.
Well, I'd go with charm person because it's 1 minute versus 1 hour.
Yes.
Oh, if I don't mean to prescribe. I'm just asking.
Oh, I appreciate the teamwork, the coordination.
But yes, shall we, lady and gentlemen, interrogate this fool?
All right.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to cast charm person on them.
Okay.
Spell wisdom save of DC 14.
Okay. That is a fail. So, it regards you as friendly. He starts to stir a little bit as the dream lily wears off, and you see the guard sort of stiffen a little bit, and he goes to grab a small potion of the dream lily that seems to be on the desk amongst all the other things. And he says, I don't think it's good to wake him up.
I mean, how else are we supposed to talk to him? Honestly, here, man, that's why we're here.
I think he's got some psionic powers. I think you're really putting yourselves at risk here.
I ain't scared.
Said the idiot.
Is this an interrogation allowed to go forth, or is it not?
I guess, sure.
If it makes you feel any better, I can cast sleep on a whim. So, but do be prepared, good man.
You get a sense that doesn't make him feel better.
I can assure you that this common prisoner presents no threat to us.
He sort of shifts a little bit and says, okay.
So how exactly are we going to wake him up?
Count picks up a rock off the floor and whips it at him.
Ugh! Ah! Oh! 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 And he just sort of moans. Are you trying to throw strength check? Yeah, you just pop a little pebble at him.
I want it to be non-lethal, clearly. I don't want to. God forbid I roll a nat 20 on that and kill him instantly.
Yeah, he starts to moan a little bit. Glimmer, give me a history check. Oof.
All right.
That is a good check. When you have done a tour of the Khaar'paal tunnels and everything, you recall passing the prison, but you didn't really come in here. And as you just think about it, you actually don't know the guard's name.
You said the guard's name?
Yeah.
Might be a little important. What did you say your name was?
Glimmer. I've been working here since you've been here, since you've been interrogating people.
Yes, so it should be easy for you to tell us what your name is.
I'm Vraxis.
That's good to know.
I'm surprised you don't remember.
Must have slipped my mind.
He sort of grunts. He looks at the two guards, or the two prisoners. They seem uneasy. Okay, go ahead and interrogate them, I guess.
Insight check as to why the prisoners seem uneasy. Are they uneasy that the dude? So I would like to kind of see if I can intuit. Are they the cause of the uneasiness? And yeah,
go ahead.
Are they
insight.
uneasy? Yeah. Keep doing it on the wrong place.
Yeah, no problem.
Ready? Bringing up the character sheet for the Gobbert of the P and the Boblin. Hell yes.
Oh yeah. The insight check that you have by checking the uneasiness, it seems like they all know something together that you three don't know. The three of them, the two prisoners and the guards, seem to know something and be together with some sort of knowledge that you don't have.
Maybe I should have cast the Zone of Truth a little farther back.
The human pipes up and he says, Yeah, he does have psionic powers. I had some crazy headache earlier, and I think it was him when they brought him in. Best leave him unconscious. Wait till tomorrow.
And what comes tomorrow?
Well, hopefully they'll move me.
Well, that's okay. Well played. Touche, salesman. What? So what do y'all think there, group? Do we wake his ass up?
You hear him moaning some more as he starts to wake. The guard grabs the dream
keep throwing shit
lily.
at him.
I
says-
prep sleep. I prep sleep.
It's your mind, he says as he holds the dream lily up.
How do we administer the dream lily? Quick, man, quick!
I mean, he's got to drink it.
Really?
Yeah, which means you got to get in there. Which means you got to take the time to unlock it. So by that time, you'll probably be writhing on the floor, but good luck.
Let's see where this goes, baby.
Chuck it. Wow.
If everyone else is down with it, I don't really know. Kind of along for the wild ride on this one, if y'all want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and pick the lock so you can get in there a little faster.
Oh, you're going to open the lock.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, do a thieves tool. Do you have thieves tools?
I do believe so.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, give me a thieves tools check, which should be, I always forget how to calculate thieves tools, but I think you can roll it, but I think it's
Proficiency, dex.
Yeah. So
I was gonna
should-
say, isn't that sleight of hand?
I
Yeah.
think you can do it from the sheet by clicking on, yeah, if you click on thieves tools under your tools proficiency and hit roll a normal roll, you can click right from the thieves tools, but it should be +7,
Oh, okay.
which is also your sleight of hand, so that checks out.
Oof.
Okay, with 16, you get in there and turn it, and it actually doesn't click, and you realize you didn't even need thieves tools. The cell door is unlocked.
Oh, well then.
Well, that's troubling. Why is
That's concerning.
the door unlocked?
Do you ask the guard or somebody else?
Oh no, I ask.
Oh,
I look at the guard.
he like taps on himself and says, "Oh, I must have forgot." And he sort of looks a little confused and he says, "Psionics."
Hmm.
Can I get you, guard, to just kind of move in the door there, just a little bit, just kind of. Can you help us here? I'm trying to convince him to walk in so that he may enter the zone of truth.
He sort of looks at you and says, "I'm not going in there. I'm not going near that thing."
I'll bet I'm faster than you are, fat man, and I can get out of here quicker. And you're going to be left here with it.
He says, "You go in there."
See, the old "no you" response.
Simple yet effective.
I know, right? Whatever you want to do, man. I have sleep. I'm holding sleep. If I need to cast it on this guy. Go ahead, Murad. Take it. Go.
All right,
Do
yeah,
stuff.
I'm just gonna haul ass in there, try and make him drink it and get out of there before it's too late, I guess.
Making him drink what? The dream lily?
Dream Lily.
Oh, that's gonna keep him knocked out. Is that what you wanted to do?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I had
this is- that's-
misunderstood, my mistake.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So
He's
do
waking
what we
up
want.
from the dream lily. If you want to keep him in a drugged up slumber, then you can give him dream lily. And that's what the guard is recommending because he thinks if he wakes up, then he's gonna be able to cast some psionic powers and give y'all headaches and bad dreams and shit.
Ah. No, we're gonna let him wake up.
Can we go for kind of a sedated state rather than completely unconscious?
Sure.
That seems like a yeah. Would we even know the amount of dream lily to use for that? I take that back.
You know, like a potion is a dose, and the dose will knock you out for about 12 hours or so. So giving maybe a ounce of the bottle or something would just make him sort of giggly.
Do that, Marag.
Yeah, why not? That seems like a safer bet than just having him wake right up.
I stand behind the guard.
I just bust into the cage with the cell with wild abandon and try and just pour a little shot into his mouth.
He chokes it down and says, who are you?
That's not important. Hang on, and I just run back out of the cage.
Now, would you please
Wait.
lock this thing?
You tell the guard?
I ask him, yes, please.
He checks his pockets and his hip, and
he rolls the dice with a lot of question marks on it.
Yeah, and he says, my keys. And again, he looks a little confused. He says,
oh, God damn it.
Oh, maybe when I dragged him in there, I dropped them. And you look in there, and there are keys on the floor near the body that is waking up.
Well, right now, well, I mean, let's take a breath. A breath. I'm sorry, a breath. And right now he's what is it? He's charmed. He's charmed. Mm-hmm. So he's friendly to us. He thinks we're his friends. Mm-hmm. So, Marag, get your ass back in there and get those keys.
Yep. Turns right around, his head hung low, and just runs right back in there and grabs the keys.
And he tries to grab your arm. He says, "Please, who are you? Friend,
again,
let me out."
I got some questions first, but hang on. There's just one thing.
I've got
totally help
questions
you.
too. What am I? Where? Let me out of here. This isn't right.
Probably not. Just one thing.
Explain what you mean.
Very important.
He pushes himself
and
up.
And grab the keys and try and run.
He actually... So you run out. You can shut the door. Do you lock it?
Yes.
Okay, and then he finally sits up and looks out at the cage, and his eyes get wide as he peers at the guard.
That seems like not an us problem, so... I mean, are you attached to this man? As I say in mid-casting of his.
You're me. And he just sort of stammers.
Oh, God damn it! I turn and cast sleep on the guard.
Okay, well, let me just see what we get into here, because once you said sleep, and I was like, oh shit, he's gonna just make quick work of this. But let's come into our 3D scene here as we figure out how this goes down. The guard's standing there. This guy is no longer unconscious. Let me know if you can get into the scene okay.
Yeah, load it up for me.
Great. And then you should be able to see a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and put us into combat.
Yes.
Everyone should be able to roll initiative at this point. And I don't have a fancy animation for this scene. My apologies. But you're in the jail cells of Khaar'paal, and indeed, this kobold is not a kobold. It is, in fact, the Changeling. In Glimmer, I need initiative. It should be on your sheet, but I can also give you a request if that's easier. There you go. Fantastic. Okay, before we begin combat, how is everyone reacting to this? You're me.
I'm confused, but I suppose I've seen stranger things with the possibilities of magic. There are many wishes a person can have fulfilled, but I suppose this was one that went wrong.
So just to give y'all the pieces that you're probably putting together is the Changeling did in fact subdue the guard, put him in the cell, changed clothes, took the guard's position. He knew Glimmer's name because there was a piece of paper on the desk that said Glimmer is coming with some guards, And that's why Glimmer didn't know him at all because, yeah, there's all kinds of situations. So this heavy-set kobold is in fact the changeling that was on the wyvern that has since long rested, and we're going to go ahead and jump into combat, see how this goes. Like I said, I didn't prep as much, so we're going to make the best of it. Glimmer, you get to start us off as you hear Gob say, "Ah!" and turn to attack the guard. And you may be a little confused.
I don't understand fully what's going on here, but to some degree I understand. Who's the next person I need to blast?
Are you asking that, or are you just role playing? Okay.
Yeah, just roleplay.
Okay. I could see that being funny, being like, I don't know what's going on. Tell me who to hit.
Right, I believe I get 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Maybe. Is that true?
At this level, yeah.
You're level 5, yeah, probably.
I think I add my proficiency bonus to those because of one of the skills I took, but not sure if it's on the sheet.
Is it agonizing blast? Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm seeing charisma plus proficiency. Yeah. On the damage, you mean?
Yes.
What feature
And
is
that's-
that? Do you know?
It's Eldritch.
Invocations.
Invocations, yes.
Okay.
I'm not getting the option to roll it again, though. Eldritch Blast.
No? You should just be able to... That's odd. If you go into your... Are you using the sheet or the pop-up?
The pop-up was here, but it went away now.
Okay. You should be able to go to your sheet in the spell book, and it should let you cast it again. You still have them targeted, so...
Spellbook is empty for some reason.
Really? That's
Yeah,
weird. I see.
I'm a little...
Yours is full.
Yeah, I'm a little confused as to...
Alright.
Are you in
I
D&D
will.
Beyond, or are you in Foundry?
I'm on Foundry right now. I'll reload this.
Yeah, that's odd. You do have... Oh, that's... The heads-up display doesn't have a big list of your spells for some reason. Oh, there it is.
Doesn't. Not a whole lot of spells.
It's got 3... Oh, I see. It's categorized by actions, reactions, and something else. Bonus
Alright,
actions.
I have it now.
Okay, great.
Let me reorient myself.
He turns to y'all and says, "Blasts! You meddling outsiders."
You racist bastard. I look upon you not as a disgusting changeling.
Ooh, that is a miss. Okay.
I will end my turn by trying to hide behind these two.
Your two friends? There is a desk, too. It's not...
That will be my turn.
Alright. The Dream Lily drugged guard is still now locked in his cage, so he is not going to do much, but he says, "Oh, what is this madness?" And this fella here, the tiefling, has an unlocked cage, which opens up, and they're going to come out, targeting the first person they see, which is Gob.
You rat bastard. I was going to let you go.
He says, let's see. He's got Ooh, okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna say that he's going to chuck a couple of daggers at you. He's got several on him, and he is going to do some ranged daggers at poor Gob. 15 has a miss. So it slides across the floor. 21 is going to hit, slicing
Yeah.
into you a little bit. He actually gets 3 ranged with the daggers, so he's going to toss one more. And that's a natural 20. You get cut pretty bad by that last one for 8 damage.
Oh, hold on. In the middle of so when I got hit by the second one, could I have cast as a reaction? I have. Let's see how far he is from me. Gift of the Gym Dragon. Which means. So can you? So wait, is he here?
Yep.
Oh nope, he's too far away.
Oh. He has to be pretty close
only
to you, huh?
applies. It only applies to anything within 10 feet of me.
Oh, gotcha. Well, he moved about 10 feet, and he's actually going to keep moving. So, just trying to check his cunning action. So he could dash as a bonus. So he's going to do that. He's going to run out and escape to freedom for, he's got about 25, and then yeah, he's going to pop off way over here. So he sort of just runs out, and rather than this being like a little river, I'm going to say that there's sort of a chute off the end where they throw garbage and debris, and he disappears down the chute. So Morag is up.
Right. Well, I can only see the kobold guard, which I assume is the changeling in disguise.
Wait
So I
a
guess I'm
second.
gonna.
No, the guy that's out over here, yeah, that's the changeling right
Yeah.
here. The other guard is actually in this cell over here.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. What's the first person button again?
L.
L. That might help.
Maybe, but you are right. Like I said, if I had taken more time to prep, I would clip the walls and stuff so it'd be easier to see. But I did not.
Oh, it's all good. Ooh, my laptop's mad at me. Trying to run this.
I do have
Alright,
some vision settings going that.
Oh, I've already got it turned right down to low.
Okay, good.
So I'm getting right up on this changeling. I'm gonna try and dab him.
All right.
Come on now. Oh, why is it gotta fight me like this?
Oof. 16 with the dragon tooth dagger. That hits.
Nice.
I don't know why. Oh, you must have not targeted him. What's the damage on that?
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't succeed on targeting. Let's roll the damage. Normal.
Okay, I will apply that 11 damage to our changeling. Anything else, Morag?
That's basically all I can do effectively this turn, so that's it. That's my turn this time.
Okay, it looks like, so when he's hit by an attack, he can use this reaction, which he is going to use on himself, and it is the shield reaction. So he shields himself, giving him a bonus to his AC. Okay. We go to Gob. How's Gob feeling? You might be muted.
Feeling a little hurt, personally attacked, and quite upset. That's how Gob's feeling right about now, okay?
Duped.
Gob. Duped, yes, and duped is definitely the word there.
And he's so-
Gob's going to turn, and he's going to, what is it? Zone of Truth's a ritual, so it doesn't cost a spell slot. He's going to turn and fire off Sleep at 3rd level.
Oh, this is what I was
Which I
afraid
don't
of.
see I have the option to do on my character sheets. Let me
No?
see. Oh, no, there it is, 3rd level. Giving me a template for some reason.
Yep, it should, because you get, like, if there's multiple creatures or whatever.
Sweet Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to target him.
Yep, I know. I gotcha.
And he's down?
It looks like it, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna go ahead and reverse the effects on both. Oh, it didn't affect you, so. Yep, so he drops. And he is unconscious.
3rd level is probably overkill, but I wanted to make sure it fucking went down.
I will tell you that it wasn't that overkill. It was enough is the answer.
I love it. All right, love it.
Anything else, Gob?
No, I mean, Gob looks at Glimmer and smiles like, see how awesome I was. Yeah, I did that. That was me.
I saw all of that.
We move to our friend Captain. What is his name? Aldrich Stormwind, who never introduced himself. But at the same time all this is happening, his gate opens as well. And once he sees the sleep effect on the Changeling, he goes, please, I just want to get out of here. Can I just go?
I'm not sure if you're going to find anywhere to go once you get out of here.
It's a very good point.
I mean, let that be up to me. Let my fate be my own.
Your fate will be an instant death at the hands of whatever kobold you run into first.
Perhaps. But the choice will be mine.
But it's hardly a choice at all, is it?
Well,
But what's the other option?
yeah, what's the other option? We're at a standpoint. You're loyal to the Khaar'paal clan, young lady?
To a degree. I have a working relationship with them.
I'm Captain Aldrich Stormwind. I'm at the Graywall Outpost. We've had some conflict with your clan, and if I'm returned, I can create a peace treaty, create a setting down of arms, if you will.
Well, I think you'd probably be a bit more influential on the inside than you would back in your own home.
I'll be a bit more what?
A bit more helpful down here than you would be over there.
Okay, I'm going to say that he takes his whole turn just really trying to work with y'all on escaping, but he doesn't actively move past you to, trigger any effects. So when we move to Glimmer, if you want to attack him or do something else.
I'm gonna say to him, the best thing for you to do would be to stay with us, as I can negotiate you a position in which you might live.
I like living, yeah. Listen. I saw the Changeling take down the guard, and I saw them change into clothes, and there's a necklace on the desk, and there's a piece of paper he planted, and I've got information, so I'm useful. Keep me alive.
Alright, then sheath your sword and come with us.
He Well, yeah, he probably didn't have a sword, so yeah, I'll say he sheathes whatever weapons he was managed to scrape up from the cell, the broken bar or whatever he had, and he agrees.
A wise choice today, human.
Okay, I'm not sure what to do, so I guess I'm going to end combat unless you're planning on waking up the Changeling. I mean, I guess if you wake
No.
him up, we can...
We should probably tie him up first.
I've got manacles. This is why I've got manacles.
Okay, I'm going to go
This
ahead
is
and...
another reason Scott winks at Glimmer.
Very useful you are, goblin.
All right, cool. Walk over manacle. The Changeling.
Okay. Do you throw him behind bars or leave him there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Throw him in this cell. I learned a fun fact from the last session that changelings actually don't return to their natural form when they're unconscious. They can remain in their changed form.
Changelings are very, very powerful.
You know, on second thought, there, Mirag, you want to take some of that dream stuff? Maybe dose them up.
Murag's on mute if you're talking.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to take Doggo outside.
Gob suggests that you give the downed, unconscious changeling some dream lily.
I think that's probably in our best interest. Yep, I'm gonna pour the rest of that down his throat.
Okay. He sort of chokes a little, but I'm guessing since you don't hit him or smack him awake that he's going to stay unconscious, and now he's in a dream lily sleep of euphoria for about 12 hours.
So he's out completely for 12 hours, or
He's in like a euphoric drug state.
euphoric. Okay.
Yeah, so he's not very useful, but you could try to talk to him, but he's probably going to be just moaning and babbling.
Well, in which case you'll want to.
Aldrich comes out and he says, "Yeah, that guy was bad news. He seemed like he was up to something." And he turns to you. It's Glimmer, right? I mean, you said you were sort of loyal to these kobolds. I really think he was gonna wipe out all of your people.
Well, that's not good news. How does he plan to do this?
Well, I only caught mumblings, but he just seemed like he was up to no good, and I saw these 3 pieces of paper that he was seeming to have planted. Let me see if I can access it. I don't remember where I put the thing. Oh, here it is. Looks like it's all visible, so... Do you guys see those missives, or...?
Like the updates to the quest?
Yeah, but the sort of images that have the faded edges.
Yeah, the message
Yep.
on the character on the journal.
Yeah.
Seek the gate where secrets stir. To the right, the whispers flow.
Yeah. I might have to edit that because I thought it was much more readable.
No, when you click it, it is.
Oh. Interesting.
Just click it and it expands.
Ah, that's good to know. I've been messing
Yeah.
with that damn mask for many a minute.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, had it not been my knee-jerk reaction to click it, I wouldn't have found it either.
Do you have 3 that are visible to y'all?
Yes.
Perfect.
One that's starting with Seek the Gate, the other one of Hidden Truths, and the third one, But Beware.
Fantastic.
And this was found where? On the person of the Changeling?
Nope, that was among the papers on the desk, and the captain, Aldrich Stormwind, had let you know about it.
Just reading it. Know you anything of this, good sir, of what it alludes to? The secret path, the doors?
I have no idea. There's this changeling was just so strange, and he was clearly on a mission, but I know of not what he was trying to do. He promised us freedom if we played along, and it is not of my nature to play along, but we do what we do for our lives. I'm sorry I called you monsters if that was offensive.
Untaken, Gob raises the finger.
He sort of goes down to a knee and says, I serve you to get my freedom. What is your task?
Probably best to just stay with us for now. Not ask too many questions and not look at the wrong people the wrong way.
Gob
Now,
nods.
Glimmer, I will tell you that having been in Khaar'paal for some time, you are aware of this subgroup of mage bloods known as the Whispers. And the Whispers are a group that really are not fond of the council and their leadership. They tend to be younger, a little rebellious. They believe that Kethelrax should expand his territory from Khaar'paal up into Khaar'paal, and they have created some problems of late. But as you read these scraps of paper, the thing that comes to your mind is the rumors that somewhere in Khaar'paal there is a hidden hideout that is the home or the secret hideout of the Whispers.
Okay.
You would have picked that up from several days and the general and the council and such.
Mm-hmm.
Do you share that with the party?
Yeah, I'll tell them all about it.
Mm-hmm. So is this give you any ideas as to? So this is to make sure I understand correctly. The Changeling was going down there, and you know about this because you're part of the Whispers, with the Wisps thingies. What was the connection there?
Are you asking me?
Glimmer. Or you and Glimmer, I guess.
Yeah, I'll let Glimmer respond. I don't actually know. Glimmer, are you part of the Whispers?
Not formally, but I've interacted with them.
Sure. You've had some friends trying to test your loyalty and ask you what you think about the council's leadership, and you've gotten some hints that they have wavering loyalty to Khaar'paal and its traditions. but you haven't been to the hideout.
Okay.
You figure, though, from the conversations you've had and this sort of poem, that the hideout is likely in the winding path of the mining area of the Graywall Mountains. Anybody else want to look at that desk full of a bunch of crap?
Of course.
Yes,
You
I
had
want
me,
to take.
you had me at crap.
Everybody give a... Actually, you know what I want to do? Because I want to try this out, and I want you to tell me if it was something that works, but on the desk there is a spot where you can click, and it does an automatic roll and checks if you find something. So it's like between Gob and Glimmer, right above their head, there's a spot where your mouse should turn into a pointer. Does anyone...
No, just
Oh, yeah.
Marag found it. Okay. So y'all should be able to roll from the chat now. There we go. Gob is unable to find it. Oof. Yeah.
Did you do that with Monk's token?
Yeah. And I never done the check before, so I was just curious how that would work. But yeah, look at your guys' rolls. A 3, a 6, and a 10. So you just sort of move some papers around, and you're just like, man, this guard did not keep this desk very tidy. And so you find nothing but that 3-part poem.
Mm-hmm.
Now, question out of game, is that something that you guys would like in the future of like these Theater of the Mind scenes, to have areas where you can click and investigate?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's a cool idea. I like that.
that's actually really cool.
Okay.
The more interaction, the better. Like, I don't think you can go wrong.
I was surprised no one clicked it when we were on the scene earlier.
Honestly,
it's actually a good point. I was scrolling around clicking on shit.
With the heads in front of it, I didn't think it was important.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't think you would have. I didn't think.
That is.
I thought because the heads obscure it some, it wasn't something that to interact with.
That is one of the problems, is I had to have your tokens on the scene, otherwise that clicking automation wouldn't work. So.
Oh yeah.
Future reference: if you see your heads, then that means there's something probably clickable.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
Cool. Good to know.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh, sorry.
So yeah, what happens next? Just to recap, we know that the Changeling is drugged up and behind bars officially. The guard is also drugged up and behind bars, locked up. We have a tiefling that escaped and a human that is sworn loyalty to you.
Do we have any means of disguising this poor bastard? The human. What was his name?
That is Aldrich Stormwind. Captain Aldrich Stormwind.
Well, I had a bad feeling about that tiefling, and I knew that was going to pan out poorly.
Dirty tieflings.
He's now in the wind and going to be a problem later.
Oh yeah, and I'm imagining that y'all are speaking in Goblin, and this poor sergeant does not speak Goblin. He catches a word here and there, and like John Blackthorne and Shogun, he sort of bumbles through it. But you all understand him and the common tongue well enough.
I start to screw with him, simply on principle that I have to, and start making wild gestures toward him and speaking into language, and just keep going into language he doesn't know, just see his reactions and shit.
He says,
so what?
Help, I'll help you, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Murag, do you have anything to disguise him?
What, sorry?
Do you
My
have
mic's
do you
cutting
have,
out.
any, do you have anything to disguise him? Stormwind.
Actually, I do I have a disguise kit? One moment here. I do not. No. Maybe. Nope. Yeah, I got nothing. I got no ideas.
He just
Alright,
takes his like neck scarf thing and puts it over his head. He's like, "You trying to hide me? Hide me? Hide face?"
Yes, yes. Thumbs, two avid, bony thumbs up.
And yeah, he still looks very humid, but he hides his hair with his.
Oh God. I walk over and kind of climb up on top of a box and try and maneuver the blanket I've got into some manner of shawl, or just something to cover his head.
Okay. Yep, easy enough.
Well, I think we're properly screwed, and this man's probably dead. Drinks? Anyone? Or
All right.
yeah, go.
I'm interested in a good drink.
Okay. So y'all want to just sort of chill out, or do you want to pursue the path of the whispers?
Let's take a little bit of a break before we do that.
Okay.
Have a nice cold drink.
Okay.
I would like to wake up the guard though.
Oh, yeah, that's helpful.
Make sure it's because God forbid the changeling wake up before the guard for some reason and slaughter them all.
Yeah. You wake up the guard, unlock his cage, probably. Can
Yep.
you guys click on the cage to open it? Does that work? Yeah, look at that. He comes to. Oops, there we go. He's still a little loopy, and he sort of giggles and laughs at you. Says, I thought I saw me. I saw me. I could use to lose a little weight."
Yeah, you are quite the chubby little bastard, aren't you? Just a little cutie.
Hey, I heard that there's a goblin that got dropped by the wyvern near the wardstone. Is that you?
Gob hangs his head a little bit. Yeah.
How did you're alive? I thought someone said they saw you drop.
I have lesser restoration help wake this poor bastard up.
Oh.
I remove disease or condition affecting it.
Yeah, sure. So he sort of. Is that instantaneous? I'm trying to imagine how he sobers up so quickly.
Oh, it's good. It would be like Narcan to someone high on heroin, man. Yeah. You're alive.
Oh gosh. Oh, I'm so sorry I spoke to you like that. Where is he? Where's the changeling? Are you him? And he holds out. He looks for any weapon on him, which he has none.
Gob walks over to the cell and points.
He comes in there and he looks over at himself, and he says, "Oh, how strange. Okay, let's make sure this thing's locked." And he locks it up. He actually had the keys, so he locks the cell door. He turns to you all. Terribly sorry. I let my guard down, and he got the best of me, and you were sent to interrogate him, right?
That we were. Indeed.
Right. Again, I'm so sorry. I let my guard down. It looks like he's out. I'm afraid that there's not. Oh wait, you sobered me up. You could sober him up to interrogate him.
Well, people, do you want to give this a go? We're here.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Well, if I cast Zone of Truth, actually I can't do Lesser Restoration and Zone of Truth. I can only
No.
do one or the other.
Oh,
Or we go back, taking a long rest, and come back.
just long rest right here. No. Um. Um.
The guard
Are we
sort of walks over to the desk and he finds amongst the stack of papers that you all didn't find a necklace, and he brings it to you and he says, "Here, we found this on him. It seems to have kept him alive, given the fact that he's not a true kobold. He let's see, how do I show you all? I guess I could show. Nope, that doesn't help."
Cobb recognizes a way for him not to take damage from the wardstone. Cobb lunges.
Alright, I will give it to Gob then. It's going to be called Orb of Shielding. And the Orb of Shielding has a polished spherical chunk of crystal or stone aligned to one of the planes of existence. You can use it as a spellcasting focus if you're holding it or wearing it, and you take radiant damage. You can use your reaction to reduce the damage by 1d4. And I think I'm going to say on there that that radiant damage can't reduce you to 0. So essentially this thing reduced the damage of the ward stone and kept this guy alive, but the flickering stone can still damage you, just less so. Which tells you that this changeling knew that, possibly, had some inside information, came into Khaar'paal with the knowledge that he would likely be damaged but not die. All while trying to destroy the wardstone. So what do you say to him? Oh wait, are you waking him up or no? You're gonna get a drink and rest for the day.
Do we have him tied up in
We have
prison
manacled.
proper?
He's
We have
manacled and behind a locked cell door now.
Somehow I still don't trust that.
Oh
But,
yeah, the guard turns to Captain Aldrich and he says, "What's he doing out?"
What's who doing out?
I
I don't see anyone.
The Brailish veteran right there. You.
That's not a British veteran. How dare you, sir?
What?
That is my auntie.
What? This gentleman right here?
Who has helped save your life. Actually, yes, I won't lie. He's not my auntie. This is indeed the British veteran. This man also helped save your life, sir.
Yeah, he also tried to kill me. He tried to
When
kill
did he try to kill you?
him, and his group at the Graywall Outpost have been getting braver and trying to expand their territory. They've come into the tunnels and they are planting traps and poisoning us, and they hope to rid us all. Do you know about the Graywall Outpost?
Well, I'm learning about it slowly. Or quickly. Sorry.
It is the last standing outpost controlled by humans in Drome territory. We don't know how they do it. There's just a small group of them holed up there, and they've been able to fend off all of our attacks. It's nearly impenetrable. So the fact that we got one of them out, and it's a captain, he should be behind bars.
I mean, that's still, like, he's already in the city. He's not leaving the city. You know that.
He sort of
So, isn't
looks
he
at
behind
you.
bars?
He looks at Glimmer and he says, You're Glimmer, right?
I am.
What do you think? You trust him to be outside of this, knowing that he wants to kill every kobold he comes across?
I think if he makes so much as an attempt, they'll probably deal with him on their own.
Yeah, most likely.
He's probably smart enough to know what he can and can't get away with down here.
Maybe.
Less trust, more force.
But you know these tunnels. He can just jump down the garbage chute and find himself in the mines and take any number of turns and be out towards the Graywall outpost before anyone even recognizes that he's gone. Is that something that you want on your hands if he returns with an army, wipes us out?
I doubt a human would know his way around the chutes.
Yeah,
But
probably not. But he found his way in.
it might be better to have some method of control against him.
My thoughts exactly. What do you suggest?
Well, charm person will only last an hour.
Sorry, I stepped away for a moment. I came back with and heard, what do you suggest?
Yeah, they're currently talking to Captain Aldrich Stormwind. The guard wants him locked back up, and Glimmer is looking for another opportunity to let him be out, but keep tabs on him lest he escape.
Well, I mean, we could always just, when we can, perhaps he goes back in the cage. When I cast Zone of Truth to interrogate this fool, we bring him out. I cast Zone of Truth in such a way that it covers both the cell and a little bit outside. We have Stormwind stand on said zone and answer some questions.
The guards
With the promise that if his answers are satisfactory, he may come with us.
You hear the guard sort of grumble. He says, "This is one of our most important captures. We're going to trust you outsiders?" Glimmer, you're an outsider too, just because you're kobold kind. Don't think I don't remember where you come from. Your clan, I don't even... Why did you leave your nobility behind? What are you trying to do here?
Much like the place we find ourselves in today, nobility can be a prison.
Yes, well, don't try to change our clan to match the prison that you escaped from. We are free people. We have no chib, no warlord that oversees us. We elect a council. We don't even bow to the daughters of Sorkel. We will not succumb to your changes, create a prison just like your home.
Perhaps that's the reason that you are infiltrated by changelings that you can't even detect on your own. Had we not been here to stop this one, you might not be alive today.
You see him sort of slump, his ego hurt a little bit, and he says, "Fine, but I'm reporting this to the council, to Vanendor, to what is her name? You know, for everyone. I'm telling everyone." Thanks for tolerating. Oh my. Sarvis Core, that's who I was thinking of. The priestess. And of course, Vrilix Brightscale. I'm letting them know what you've chosen to do here today.
Make sure to include all the details about said changeling infiltrator and such.
He just narrows his eyes and goes and sits at his desk and he says, "On with it then." He sort of little sour. I think that specific blow about the changeling coming in really nailed it.
Well, that just proves my point, does it not?
Right. Okay. Do you, we haven't decided yet. Are we waking up the changeling? Do you have a method to wake him up, or are we...
Sounds like another rock is in order.
I could stab him lightly.
I just don't. I have enough for one. I can't do. Oh yeah. Okay. So I can do Zone of Truth if we wake him up with a rock. Murag, rock me, and I start to cast Zone of Truth. After the zone, clearly.
Okay, so even if you wake him up with a rock, he's still going to be drugged and loopy, but he'll be conscious. Is that what you're going for?
Well, I mean, yeah. So this is the reason I was thinking about just going back and taking a long rest. Is we like do we have? Is there anything in our adventure, our quest list currently that's got a time limit?
I will just say the time is always ticking.
I'll leave it to the group then. What would you like to do? I'd like to go back, take a long rest, come back, and be able to cast Zone of Truth and Lesser Restoration.
I'm fine with that plan.
Okay.
All right, cool. So we go do that.
All right. I'm gonna have you pop back into the hostel, and I think, if you wanted to role play a little bit of coming in for the rest of the day to rest after having a little bit of a tussle in the prison. A little bit of mystery session today, but I think I'm going to go ahead and call a shorter session just because I haven't prepared and I was really hoping the Changeling would escape.
Not this time.
Yeah, hell no. If you dangle me over a pit, I'm not going to. I will die trying.
You're
We're too
about
good.
10 points away from that sleep for him to survive.
Maybe.
God, I'm so glad I maxed
wow,
out.
so it did just work.
Yeah.
That's nice. I do have. So, does the Master of the Forge hang out anywhere? Is there any manner of bar?
He is in the protection of the wardstone, so the flickering wardstone, you have to go in there. And he's mostly on the forge, but he has sleeping quarters, but he doesn't. From what you know and from what Glimmer tells you, he's a bit of a strange homebody, but he doesn't leave the wardstone.
Well, I guess trying to interrogate him or trying to buy drinks for that guy and get information from him was not a go.
Yeah, who was that again? Skavis. So, I think we will call it for the night. Any last roleplay opportunities for coming in and resting? Uncle Fauntleroy, I imagine he just sort of stayed back and pondered this spell shard and continued scribbling his mad notes.
I'd like to take a glance at those, see what what manner of shenanigans he is going to get us into.
Sure. You see a sketch of a horn that looks a little something like this.
Okay.
It is a war horn carved from the tip. He tells you this. He says, "The Galdur is a war horn carved from the tip of a red dragon's horn, banded with adamantine and covered with runes of power. There's an inscription that's said to have an inscription in Goblin that reads, 'A mighty dirge for the fallen foe.' Crafted by Jazal Dakan, a legendary dirge singer who united the ancient warring clans. Any Kek warlord who obtained it would gain great influence among the heirs of Dakan, and any non-Dakani that possesses it bears a dangerous burden. Nephew, I hope to bring the dream of the Dakani back to life. The lands controlled by goblin kind, ruled by goblin kind like it once was before Zoriat and the madness that took over. Nephew, do you share my dream?"
Gob stares at him a little side eye. Criminal side eye. Yeah. Woo!
Yes, if we can restore the dream of the Dakani, the goblins will take their rightful place at the top of the food chain. Kethelrax has done some of that, but being a kobold, I just don't trust him. Plus, he seems to be bowing the knee to the daughters, and the dream of the Dakani is one goblin people, one honor, one duty.
You know, given our track record, is a unified goblin people a good idea? Let's just stop there. Really mull that one over.
I've been mulling it over for years, nephew. I trust you with this wisdom that I am on this path. Do not tell a single soul, not even your friends, the bugbear, the kobold, and definitely not that furry bird creature that mimics you.
He's a hoot, isn't he? National treasure, that one.
Yeah. Where's that fellow?
God only knows.
I fear he could be listening right now. I've seen him disappear right in front of my eyes.
I mean, he could, for all intents and purposes, he probably is.
I imagine
But all right.
Glimmer coming in, and he quickly puts the paper away, and he says, "And your mother, too. I miss her dearly." He just sort of changes the subject and looks over at Glimmer.
Mumsy!
Mumsy. Okay, I think we'll call it a night. Any last questions, comments, thoughts?
I think I'm good.
All right. Thank y'all. I'll let you know. I'm probably going to take a little bit of a break on Drome, but maybe in a month we'll do another one. So I'm just feeling a little busy, but I do have some stuff prepped, so we'll get there. I'll let you know, and look for that invite. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream.